Hey folks, how's it going? We're checking out more Mr. Bean. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic day. Enjoyed the previous episode, man. I really love the horror movie scene at the end, man, with him freaking out and all that stuff. And I wanted to show Tay, and I completely forgot because I've mentioned this before. Tay really loves horror movies, man. It's her jam. I'm not crazy over it. All my horror movie experience came from my childhood, from whatever movies my auntie will watch. And then also what Tay has shown me since we've been together. But she doesn't make me like sit and watch a bunch of horror movies because she knows it's just not my jam. Just like I don't make her sit and watch a bunch of sci-fi stuff. There's genres that we come together on and we watch together. Fantasy, some action stuff, and then we have like sci-fi horror we cross over with. Then every so often I'll pick a genre that we'll watch together, and she's like, oh, I kind of like that sci-fi movie, that was cool. And every so often she'll pick like a horror movie that we'll like watch together that's just pure horror, and I'm like, that was okay, you know what I mean? But for the most part, she don't make me sit there and watch all the horror movies because she has Tay loves horror, and she's seen so many of them. If you ask me to name off all the horrors I've seen, I probably wouldn't even remember because, like I said, majority of my exposures from like my auntie when I was younger and from Tay, and I've seen some, but I just sometimes I won't even remember the names, you know, except for the ones that I like. Of course, I think most people know like the big ones like Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jason, the ones like that. So when I saw that poster, like a glimpse of it in the previous episode, this one right here, I was like, oh man, that's a pretty cool poster. And you guys let me know that it's from this movie right here, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Dream Child, and this poster was just a UK release. So I have to show Tay this poster as well, because I just thought it was a really, really cool poster, and see what she thinks about it. All the like dorky shirts that I have, Tay has, I'll say, more horror shirts than I have dorky shirts. When she was doing videos with me earlier, you probably didn't see them as much because she didn't wear them as often. Mostly Tay wears them when she goes out and stuff like that. She didn't wear them in as many of our videos, but Tay has a ton of horror shirts. But she loves, when I say she loves horror, she loves horror. So I think she's going to get a huge kick out of this. And the video at the end, I think it'll crack her up as well, man. So, yeah. I look forward to showing her this. I bet she'll think this will make a pretty cool shirt, and it might actually exist already. Just the blue and everything just makes it cool to me. So thank you guys for letting me know what it was actually called, so I can look it up, so I can show her that, and then I'm going to show the clip too. Yeah, definitely enjoyed the previous episode. Thank you guys so much. Look forward to checking this one out, man. It was all laughs in the last one throughout the entire thing, so I can't wait for this one as well. So let's just go ahead and jump into it, folks. We'll talk about it more at the end. Oh, subtitles, man. Broke this up with his old car. It was out of control. Hotel? I put a coin in there. What's he doing? Do you have to wire your own cord when you get a TV? Dude, oh, I thought you were gonna try to wire while I was plugged in. Bro. How did that work? I guess that's the joke.
Hold it a minute. Well, I feel a lot better now.
Turn it to you, touch it. Oh no. Oh dude. No way to maintain that pose anyway. A nightmare. Oh my god. Had to sacrifice it all.
There she is, pretty high.
Does this type of media exist for real? Curious.
Good. Okay. Now just try one more. Turn round. Actually face them. Yeah. Just right the way
You're
round.
still in this
Face
camera,
them.
bro. Dude, I knew it was gonna happen. Poor guy.
Camera feet.
Oh, this dude dipped off. Full speed.
In your own time, sir. No rush.
Ow! Ow! Oh! Ow! 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 Ow!
Yes? Can I help you, sir?
I can come this way.
Certainly, sir. There you are, sir. Size 9.
He's not gonna catch that car. Oh, he did it.
Thank you.
Now, please,
I can't believe she gave us a second take.
Oh.
Ah, we have a gentleman over here. Please.
Wait. Wait.
Oh, this dude ruining the rest of the act. Come on, man.
Looking for my watch. Found out. Where is it? Excuse me, I'm looking for my watch.
Bro, this dude's ruining everything. This is great. She's so embarrassed. Dipped out. Oh no. Hit. He's right in there, man. This girl, yo. Take my woman. Damn. Oh man, cold-blooded. So I'm guessing that's gonna be the end of the girl, or maybe she'll pop up another one. Because I'm surprised that she went out on a date with him again after the movie theater experience. I was like, I was surprised he got a date in general, but the movie theater thing, I do. Yeah, there's no way he's doing another date. And yeah, she went out with this dude again, and he was acting a fool again. He tried his best though, man. Oh boy, he eased in real quick. I felt bad for him though, man. I felt bad for B, man, trying his best, trying to booty bump and stuff. Kill that power though. And I'm curious about the coin thing, man. Is that a real thing that some places use, where you have to actually pay on the meter like coins? Because, you know, with my limited life experience, only thing I know about is like paying a power company for your electricity monthly. That's all I've ever experienced in my life. Until recently, I found that there's some countries where you actually have to go somewhere and you have to pay on a card. And you pay a certain dollar amount on the card, and when you go back, you're given a code or something, and you key it into a meter, and that tells you how much time you have based off the money you paid, or something like that. Like how many watts or whatever you get. And yeah, so it makes me wonder if that's a real thing where you have to actually put a coin inside of your meter to get electricity. Or if it was just made up for the show, just for like, you know, comedic effect. Or if it's a real thing. Also, him with the TV coming without the power, without the adapter thing. It just clicked. I remember watching something. I cannot remember who it was. I cannot remember if I was watching Tom Scott, the guy who did the Dasani thing that tied to Only Fools and Horses, or if it was another guy that I watch on YouTube who mentioned that appliances come with the thing taken apart, and you have to actually learn how to put like the, you know, positive, negative, and like ground together, and you can screw it on there. And inside of each one, there's a fuse, unlike American stuff. And he's explaining how that's how we have a lot more house fires or something like that. Is because European countries have fuses built directly into like the cables themselves. And I'm gonna butcher this, man. I can't quite remember it. And we only rely on our breakers. So just because our breaker can take it doesn't mean the cabling that's running through our houses can. That's why people will run space heaters, and before the breaker kicks out, sometimes the wires in your wall will melt because there's too much like ampage burning through it, because you might have a breaker that's too strong. Whereas in European countries, there's a fuse built into the unit itself, and that fuse will click off before it damages any wires and stuff in the wall or something like that. And when I was like, man, you gotta put it together yourself, and then it clicked like, wait a minute, yeah, I remember watching a video like that some time back. I can't remember who it was. I think it was maybe a Tom Scott video or somebody, but yeah, that appliances come like that. I'm not sure if all of them come that way, but I remember him mentioning that some appliances come where you have to actually wire it yourself, and that's a better system. It'd be safer if we went to that system here. It's something like that. Yeah, so I kind of answered my own question when I was like looking at him doing that. So yeah, something like that. And I could be butchering it, so feel free to give me more information below about that, about the TVs coming with the being disconnected. Because when he's just stuck in there and like twists, I was like, that wouldn't work. And that was goofy, but it was still funny. Yeah, I guess I'm surprised that he got another date with old girl. That was good. I knew he was going to steal their camera as well. That's usually how it goes. That's usually the gag on most things. You get somebody to take a picture for you. It's mostly when you're a tourist somewhere, so I'm surprised they did that here, since he's been living there his whole life. But he is Mr. Bean. He is a goofball, so what you got to do? But that was good. That was good stuff, man. All right, folks, man, that is it. That is all for this one. Hopefully, the guys are happy, safe, and healthy. I'll see you in the next one. Later.